So let's get back into the meat of the website, which is going to be over here on the control panel. This is where we are going to set up everything. So I'm going to talk about the settings first, because this is the first thing that you want to do is come over here on this tab, top right, and click on settings. And you can see we have some other tabs here: general, themes, posts, comments, and users. We need to set this all up. Depending on your time zone, we live in New York, so we're going to come down here. We're going to click New York. And I'm not going to bother with the SSL login, but I am going to put in the mobile publishing. WordPress is an app that you can get on the iPad and the iPods. It's a free app, so if you do have some mobile technology in your classroom, kids can use that to post up to their website, which is in a later training. I'm going to pick my date format, and from this page I'm actually going to click Save Changes Now. And then I'm going to move over here to themes. Notice I didn't mess with themes here because I got a theme tab, so I'm going to go to that next. It shows me my current theme over here. If I wanted to preview any of these 7 other themes,
nice.
I can just click preview and it'll give me a pop-up window, and this would show me what it is going to look like. So I'm not really into that one. I kind of just like the basic theme that I currently have, but you can see that there are some other options for you.
You do choose, and that changes the theme for you and your students.
That's right. And if I want to actually activate it, I click Activate, and you can see up here under Current Theme, it shows me what it looks like. So if I went back to room 513, you can see now how it looks just a little different from before. But all the information stays the same. Control panel still over here on the right. Things are just a little different. So I'm going to go back to control panel. I'm going to go back to settings, and we're in themes. Now I'm just going to activate the original default. So I'm good. There's no save. I activated it, and now I'm going to go to post. So these settings are all about who can post, where they can post, and a post approval. Who may read them? I'm going to suggest first, until your kids get, and Madam Larissa may agree or disagree, that only the following classes actually can see the post. And that's just to get kids making sure that they're comfortable with the posting, they're checking spelling, they're checking grammar, they're checking their verbiage.
I disagree, Anthony, but it's your choice. I would say all visitors. So then their family and other teachers could start looking at their blog right away. But that's your choice.
Personal preference. But more importantly here, post approval. You're going to want to probably do this, right, Larissa?
Yes,
for
definitely.
At least the first month or so.
Yep.
Depending on the age level of your kids. So we're going to check that. We're going to make an admin or a teacher monitor and approve the post before they actually appear on the site. And then I'm going to actually get an email. So I want them to notify me when there's a post awaiting approval. And then I'm going to allow tags also, so that students can tag other students, or I can tag other students in specific posts. And then again, I'm going to click Save Changes. And then I'm going to do the same thing for comments. Who can comment? Right now, I'm just going to use my following kids in my class, room 513. All the kids that I put in there, that I'm going to be putting in there, are going to be the ones that are going to comment. I'm still going to make sure that I have someone approving them, and I'm going to make sure that I'm notified. This is a choice. If you want threaded comments, that's up to you. And enable rich text comments, again, that's up to you. I'm not going to click those. I'm going to click Save Changes.
And again, if your kids really start using this and you're getting inundated with emails, you can just come back here and uncheck that emails. But I think it's good in the beginning.
Yeah. And then the last settings we're going to talk about are users. And this is just teacher role. Teachers are allowed to create and edit other teachers. If I assign someone a teacher role, then I give them permission to do that. I leave them all checked. I am not, however, going to check student role. For the first couple go-rounds of blogging, I'm not going to allow them to edit their profile because they can only change their password and their display name. So I've given them a password and a display name, and I'm happy with that. As they maybe become more comfortable and they take more ownership, I may change that and save those changes. So that's it for settings. So if I go back to general now, I can see that that's all there. You can also change your class title if you wanted to at a later time. But those are the major settings that we have to deal with in KidBlog, and that was fairly quick.
That's great to get done because now you're good to go. So the next tab is users. And this is where you can add your other teachers if you're an integrated classroom or your students. So when you click on add new user, you can add with a username and a password. We suggest your student's first name only, or you could do a nickname. You can also do initials, your choice. We also suggest using a password that they already have. So you might want to use their Compass number, their initials, followed by the year they were born. And then if this is a student, obviously choose student, and if it's another teacher, you can put them on as a teacher. I'm going to go ahead and click Add New User. Okay, and it comes up here that that student is added. So
Nice yellow box.
we could go through and add all our students. I'm going to click back here, and I can see who is listed under my blog. Okay.
And then it tells you under role. I like that. Student administrator. Great.
There's also some other here. You can change your display name here. So you may put Mr. Smith if you wanted to. And then you can also put different groups in. So if you teach different classes, this may be somewhere that you want to look and just put them in as different groups.
Great. So we have our settings. We've added a user. We've added our students to our class. And now the next thing is
Comments.
comments.
Okay. You want to go over that?
And you can see here in the comments, this is where you're going to see all of the comments that are either going to be pending, approved, there's some spam, and then there's some trash. So when students first submit, you're going to see here the 0 is going to turn to 1. You can see that I already have one approved because this is the basic Welcome to KidBlog, which is right here that you see. That one's already been approved by the website itself. You didn't have to do anything. So this is just a sample comment there. All right. You can also, you have some actions here. You can unapprove, approve, mark as spam, or move. So if you click this here, I can just apply this to all of the comments that would be listed under here. But since we just started, there are no comments yet. You can also make these public or private, show comments of all types, or you can show public or private comments. And then I can also actually pick each user that I wanted. So if I click that and click filter, I'd see that Turi has made no comments. But if I go click on Annie Smith, who's the teacher, you can see that there's one already done. Anything else you'd add on that tab?
No, I think that's good. Review posts. When you want to go back and edit a post that you've made, you're going to come here, Review Post. You'll see your post, and when you scroll or just go right over it, roll over it, you'll see you can edit the post or trash it if you want to delete it. The next one is New Post. This is real basic when you want to post something. Actually, we should go ahead and do this now because for your task, you are going to post to your blog. So this is where you would do that.
Okay. So the first thing is to enter a title, right? Because we have to know what we're going to be blogging about.
Okay.
So we've added a title, and now Larissa is going to add some text into the workspace here. And you can look and see you have many icons that should seem very familiar. Your bold, italics, underline, font size. You have a few options, much like Microsoft Word, to use within this text area.
so I'll just do that real quick. And as a teacher, I can just go ahead and publish, and this post will be published. So,
When you, before we move on with this new post, one of the things that I like to make sure that I do is save this as a draft quickly. And then you can also preview it too before you publish it. So if you hit the preview button, you can then see in a pop-up window what it's going to look like. Hi, I'm very excited to show you my new blog. We will be using this in class. Alright, so that's what it would look like. So if I'm ready with that, then I can just go over here and hit publish, and it will be completed.
and you can tell who's the impulsive one, because I just publish right away. All right.
So that's great. So now there's it is on A. Smith's blog. You can see that there's no comments, but yet it is started. It has begun. Fabulous. So let's go back.
And if I want to see my blog, here it is. Again, you can do new post from here, and this would be all the blogs. Okay, ours being right up here.
Okay. Just a little advice. When you begin and you have students, so we have Turi, who's added as a student in our class right here. You can see that. So I'm going to go to the post, my class blogs, and I can see welcome to my kid blog. It was just posted. So I'm actually going to log out real quick and show them what it looks like for the kid. So if I go logged out, I'm at my teacher URL, room 513, which is at KidBlog. This is where you want them. This is where we had you save this as a favorite. If I click the login top right, you can see that I'm now go to the login. And if I had this room 513 KidBlog / room 513 up, it will automatically know who's in the class. So this is very nice. So the kid just picks it, and then they put in their password, and then they hit login. So now they actually go to the home page, room 513, and they can see here all of the blogs. They can click on my blog. So if you can see Turi has not started anything, so he doesn't have any specific information on his own space.
Let's go over your assignment. Okay, so your task is first to click on our sample blogs, just check them out, and then click on the discussion and just give us your feedback. 2, go ahead, you've already created it, make sure you create your blog, and again select your settings, add your students, and then do one post. You may end up doing more than one post. Thirdly, in Schooltown, you are going to submit the assignment. Okay, after you watch the video, then hit submit. Once you hit submit, there's a comment section. Please paste your URL of your blog so we can check it out in that comment section. And 4th, please post to the sharing discussion in Schooltown again. I'm excited to see their blogs. What do you think?
Very excited.
Again, this is part 1, so we'll come back. We'll see you soon with assignment number 2.